Welcome to REMelations. We're your hosts. I'm Mindy.
And I'm Brooke.
REMelations is a dream interpretation podcast where we read listeners' dreams. From nightmares to the just plain bizarre, join us as we give you our interpretation of your fucked up REM cycle. This week, I have a dream from Amy that has to do with high school rumors and apocalyptic hoaxes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We also have some great catnaps about talking fish and cucumber splinters and Indiana Jones and the Rolling Stones. Hey, pretty good.
Love it.
And I'm also continuing our topic of our sleepwalking murder cases. Let's see if Mindy can guess the outcome.
All right, bestie. It's another week, episode 94. Let's get started.
Woo! Hi, Mindy.
Hello, beautiful, darling friend of mine. Welcome back.
So lovely. Thank you. How are you?
Here we are.
We're here.
I'm good. I'm great, actually. No, I'm
Stupendous.
I don't.
What's a word? That's as good.
Like, what's
as
a word
great.
other than fine? Like, I'm
dandy. Dandy.
I'm dandy. I am
Good
so
to
dandy
hear.
today.
I like
Yeah.
that. I'm dandy
Yes.
too.
Good. Okay. Welcome to the delicious dandy podcast.
Delicious dandy darlings.
Oh, the Delicious Dandy Darlings podcast. We're switching our
new.
format. We're talking about
Surprise! Delicious dandies.
how many ways can you eat a dandelion? But no, it's good to see your face.
Yeah, you too.
Here we are for another episode.
Good times.
Always. I've got a dream to start from Amy. You'll appreciate the spelling, Aimee.
Oh, Amy. Okay.
And they go by they, them.
All right.
And Amy's from Atlanta, Georgia.
Thanks, Amy.
And they titled this dream, Humanity's Greatest Sin.
Oh, this is going to be deep.
It's a heavy hitter.
It's a heavy hitter. Let's get going.
They begin. When I was 16, I had the most vivid dream of my life that I still remember 4 years later. I was at school having a bad day. While trying to get through the day, I overheard multiple classmates talking to each other about a weird hoax going on.
Ooh.
About how higher beings actually exist and are bringing the end of times.
But that's not a funny hoax. Is that a hoax?
No, right?
Or is that something real, like rapture thing happening?
Right. I'd rather have the hoaxes that are like, if you park on these railroad tracks, ghost kids will push it off at midnight.
Yeah,
like,
I don't like...
Those are way more fun.
Yeah, I don't like these scary ones where it's the end of the world.
End of time. The tone of how people talked about it was similar to how hoaxes are usually treated. Some people believe it, while others tend to make fun of the prospect of humanity's ending. So funny.
I love it.
As the day went on, everyone was talking about it to the point where the teachers got peeved by the distraction at every class.
Uh-oh.
They're like, just stop talking about it.
We heard it already.
Focus on math. Come on, math, right now. By all means, it was nothing more than a doomsday hoax brought on by religion and tabloids trying to make a quick buck.
Yep.
By the end of the school day, I was able to figure out the full story.
Wow.
The story is in quotes. Story. Amy's doing their research.
Right. I mean, Amy...
I'm on Snopes. I'm going to figure it out. Is it real? Is it
Amy's
not?
doing the real work here. And quickly. In one day.
Yes.
By the end of the day. Way to go.
Gotta figure out rapture real or not. Gonna go look online. Apparently, these higher beings were set to bring the end of times as a punishment for, quote, humanity's greatest sin, unquote. Obviously, it was unsettling, but it seemed so blatantly untrue. Everything about it screamed hoax.
Yeah, but we still believe those things. I mean, look at the National Enquirer. I mean...
Right? It's still around for a reason.
It's still around for a reason because we still read that shit and kind of believe it, kind of don't believe it.
I know what to get you for your birthday. Note, buy Brooke a subscription to National Enquirer.
Oh, buy Mindy a subscription to National. You're going to get yours about a week before I get mine.
That's true. All right. Amy goes on. At the dinner table that night, my mom talked about it with disdain due to the obvious cash grab of it all.
Yeah.
I went about playing video games and reading comics before bedtime. I went to bed just like any other night, but I woke up and I was still in this dream.
Oh,
fake wake. I got dressed and headed to the living room, but no one was there. That was highly unusual for my family, as they always liked to keep the TV on before work. At the time, I lived in California, and I always liked the morning breeze, so I stepped outside to cool my nerves. The moment I stepped outside, I was greeted by tall, dead grass. It was the kind that hurt in a weird way when it hit the skin, and it was brown in a creepy, dull kind of way.
That's not good.
Anywhere that didn't have tall, dead grass was just overly dry dirt. Above me was gray sky, no sunlight to keep the planet warm, but no rain either.
That's not going to help anything grow. No sunshine and no rain.
Death. It just sounds like a lot of death. The best way to describe it all was death. Oh, I should have read the next sentence. The best way to describe it all was death.
You did a good job describing it because we all got death from it.
Everything felt dead, and without a confirmation, I knew for whatever reason, I was the only person left alive.
Ooh, that's a lot of pressure.
It was like I was there for a reason and was just never told what the reason was. I had so many questions, but then I woke up.
Oh.
In real life, for school, left without answers.
Oh, okay.
They go on to add, there's a little bit of subnote here.
I love a subnote.
Asterisk, footnote. Or is it like the little caret? Depends on how many footnotes you have, whether it's like an asterisk, a caret,
sometimes
one.
they number it. Yeah, asterisk 1 or 2 or 3.
A hashtag. I knew it was unlikely, but for the past 4 years, I hope I'd have a follow-up dream. Wow. There are a lot of questions, obviously, but the biggest being, what is humanity's greatest sin? It's not really a simple answer, and there's a lot to think about. It would have had to be a sin that everyone, including you and I, commit. Everybody has done something wrong in their life because that's just called being human. Mm-hmm. The words humanity's greatest sin implies that we all do it inherently, no matter our background or lifestyle. Oh. I know it's a weird story, but I was told by a random netizen to share it with a podcast after I posted a shortened version of it in the comment section.
Oh,
that's from Amy.
Welcome, Amy. Oh, this is exciting.
You.
Yes, thank
someone
you.
Told their bestie. Someone told someone like we asked.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
See how it works.
Not sure.
See how
Not
it
sure
works.
Who it was, but thank you for sharing the show.
Yay.
Jazz hands.
Did we both go yay?
We just did jazz hands and yay at the same time.
Just so you know.
But honestly, that's how it works. So thank you, whoever commented on Amy's post on the internet and told them to submit to the show. So thank you.
Awesome.
We love you.
Oh, boy. What do you think now, Mindy, about Amy's dream?
This is a very high-level dream, and I don't know if I can get into it as much as I would think a dreamer can interpret it, right?
Exactly.
We always say that, right?
Yeah.
It's always about the dreamer and how they can relate it to their real lives. But let me just kind of take a 10,000-foot look at this dream.
Okay.
It's the end of times.
Right.
Obviously, at the beginning, we think it's a hoax.
Yeah.
And even Amy in the dream thought it was a hoax.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, this big rumor, it's going to be the end of time. But in the end, it really is the end of time.
Yes, it comes true.
It comes true.
And I was just going to say, it's like, and how many times have we heard these hoaxes? Okay, 12, 12, 12, it's the end of the world. And then 1999 to 2000, it's Y2K is the end of the world. It's like we hear it so often that, of course, we just kind of throw it away as a hoax.
Of course. Like the Mayan calendar's ending, so it must be the end. Or the cults, so many cults space them.
Yes, there's comets coming to take us away and lots of other fun stuff coming around, but it never seems to happen. So I understand why it was like, oh, this really happened.
Right. Now, the end of times in a dream can mean not just necessarily the end of humanity, although that was a strong thread throughout this. It can also mean the end of an era. So what is going on in Amy's life at this time? They did mention they were 16 when they had this dream.
That's a
which
time of changes and
formative age,
yes.
right? And they said it was 4 years. So if I had to guess now, Amy's around 20.
Yeah.
When you're 16, you're coming to a lot of realization.
Yeah.
You know, you start switching from that very introspective, the world's about me view of life to being very external with realizing you're not the only person on the planet.
You hope that happens.
Hope.
I still know some people that haven't gotten out of it's all about me phase.
True. That is true. But I think Amy here has a grasp.
I think they do too.
Now, could it be the end of childhood for Amy? Could it be the end of a relationship? Could it be the end of an understanding about oneself, or maybe coming into a new understanding of oneself?
All of the above.
Let's talk about the locations a little bit.
Okay.
It starts at school, which is a community.
Yeah.
And this dream's all about community. It's about humanity. And a school is just one part of a community. Mm-hmm. And if there's anywhere that can spread a rumor faster than anything, it's a high school.
Oh, yeah.
Or it's the internet.
Or both.
Or both. These days, these poor kids.
No chance.
So glad we did not live in the time where everything was documented and recorded for eternity.
Oh, God. Could you imagine? Oh, my God. Okay. Nothing even bad, but just stupid, silly stuff. I don't know.
Oh, yes, completely. I'm glad we didn't have our lives documented the way the kids do these days.
Yeah. Every single second.
So we talk about the hoax. There's a mix between believers and non-believers with any hoax. There's going to be those people that 100% believe it. It's true. I don't care what science says or what kind of documentation there is. I'm riding this train all the way. And then there's the skeptics. And in the beginning of the dream, Amy doesn't really specify what side they're on.
That's true. That's true. They didn't say that.
They're taking a neutral road. They're saying that a lot of people in school were saying it. The teachers were getting annoyed. Their mom said it was a hoax, but they never really stated their opinion, which I think is an interesting part of this dream. So did Amy believe that this was actually true? Was it a transformative time of their life? That there was like no trust in something that perhaps they believed in?
Oh, yeah. Very interesting.
Now, we get to the point where Amy's the only person left on Earth, which is quite boring, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's a boring life. What are you gonna do? And if everything's dead, you can't even like grow vegetables or fruit.
Ooh, that makes it very hard.
So Amy's gonna have to survive off like going to grocery stores and eating canned food like a hobo and beans from a can
for the rest of their life.
For the rest of their life.
But good thing no one else lives there, because it's not like a zombie apocalypse where you have to fight over the food. Like, Amy's got it all.
Maybe Amy will come to terms with whatever they're struggling with, and with kind of that sensory deprivation. Not complete sensory deprivation, but, being alone and only having you and your thoughts to think about. A lot of reflection can happen. Some good can come out of that.
I think that's an interesting point, because it is hard to be alone. Mm-hmm. It is hard. And sometimes just in life in general, you feel alone.
Yeah.
No one else is understanding what's happening right now. And perhaps I'm the only person.
Yeah.
But in the end.
Is that your little baby boy running around up there?
I think probably just got home and he's having an exciting moment.
She probably bought him a new toy.
She does that a lot. Yeah. A lot. I mean, it's been a little while still, but
he's so happy.
I know. It is cute.
It's so cute.
But he does it to everyone. Like, as soon as
mean anything if he does it to everyone.
But he's like he loves greed. I don't know if it's like the labradoodle in him, but like if like the appliance repairman, Oh, yeah, she scared me, little shit. But she did it in such a way. She did it in such a way that I felt it on my back, and I knew she was home. Can you hear her laughing? You want to say hi?
Hi, honey. How are you?
Good.
I love that. That was such a genuine freak out. We're going to have to put that on for everyone to see. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. So I like your shirt.
Oh, thanks.
I'm sweating now.
You got her all going. Are you just getting home?
Yeah, I just got home from work.
How was work? Work?
It was kind of
work.
bad.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Let me see your nails. Love them. Is that a blue or white?
Yeah. It's blue.
Love it. I love those.
Thanks.
Good choice. Well, now you
Gotta
get
go
to
upstairs.
Yeah, go home. I mean, go home. Go relax from your bad day. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hugs.
Have fun.
Bye.
Hugs.
Thanks for scaring me.
Oh my God. I want to rewatch
I knew she
that.
was here too.
I really want to rewatch it though, because it was such a genuine scream.
Jump scare.
Do you know what? Speaking of which,
Yeah, I'm like airing out my armpits because I'm sweating.
speaking of which, so Brett, my brother, I guess things never change. He still gets a kick out of giving me a little fright too. I mean, just on this last trip for a big guy, he is very quiet. And he came right up behind me. I was just sitting on the couch and I
nothing
must
better
have
than
jumped a foot in the air. I was like, I'm old now. My heart can't take
My
it.
heart. Just Brooke fakes a heart attack.
Yeah, so that still happens. That was funny.
That
Okay.
is funny. Oh, anyways, what I was saying about Kingston is he'll bring like the appliance repair guy, like a toy. Like as soon as he sees that someone's coming to the door, like he has to go get a present. And so he'll go get like a stuffy and he comes over and he's like, hi, I brought you a present. Would you like to pet me now?
He's such a lover.
He is a lover.
He's such a good boy.
He is a good point. All right. So to wrap this dream up, I think the question remaining is, what is humanity's biggest sin?
I think it might be just in the title, and Amy said it. Being human. Being human is not perfect. And people try to make it perfection, but it's the imperfections that make us human, and that's what we want to share with the world, is what makes us not only alike, but what separates us as unique individuals. We're not perfect. Nobody is. Maybe
Nobody
it's not
is.
a sin.
And maybe you can eat all the spam you want from the grocery store down the street. And beans.
And beans.
I know. I can't answer that better than you did. I think you wrapped that up beautifully, by the way.
Oh, okay, good.
And I was thinking about it. No, I was thinking about it all day. As I read this dream, and actually I had another dream picked out for the episode, and this one came across my inbox, and I've been thinking about it. It's one of those dreams that leaves you thinking, and obviously the same thing happened for Amy if they've been thinking about it for the last 4 years.
Absolutely. And it's obviously affecting you too, so
Yeah,
it's got
good
me
question.
thinking. I think it's going to have a lot of people thinking, and it's kind of a fun twist for us. We don't get too existential,
Right.
so this is very fascinating.
And here's where my train of thought was going. What makes us human, right?
Yeah.
I think one of the basic things that make us human is empathy.
Oh, yeah.
And having empathy for other humans. And so if the greatest sin is against that, is it that humanity breaks down and there's no kindness towards another human being?
Yeah. Or, basically kindness or understanding in any way.
Understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Now,
I know.
Now I'm going to be thinking about it all night because I just heard it. So you've been like pondering it all day. And
I have been. It has been on my mind.
This is going to be on my mind tonight. Might be calling Mindy in the middle of the night like, just thought about what
figured it
Amy
out.
said.
Thank you, Amy, for sharing
Thank
your
you
dream.
very
And
much.
welcome to the podcast.
Yay. That was great.
I love the claps.
Oh,
Eh,
the little
and does
clap.
Amy get a shimmy?
Amy gets a shimmy, of course.
Yeah, they get a shimmy.
You guys, very exciting news. very exciting news. New merch is now available. We all know I don't like it. That is...
I don't like it.
I don't like it. You know our thing, Mindy and I say. Everyone's going to want this shirt because we say it about 10 times an episode each. And it's lovely. And it's now available on REMelations.com/store for this hot new I don't like it merch. We got
I don't like it.
Stickers. We got coffee mugs, notebooks, T-shirts, whatever you want. You can find
Tell
it there.
people you don't like it. Just tell people you don't like anything.
And show them. You don't even have to say a word. Just wear your shirt.
Just point to your shirt.
Point to your shirt.
Don't like it.
Save some of your breath for other things.
Thanks, Brooke. Well, you know what that brings us to.
What is it?
Catnaps.
Yay!
Bestie, if you don't know, Catnaps is the part of the show where we read a lot of dreams really quickly and don't analyze them. We just have fun telling you people's fucked up REM cycles. So here we go.
Yes.
Brooke,
let me
you
get
ready?
started. Okay. This is Jenny, and she's from Lawrence. I had the weirdest recurring dream as a child. Always these recurring dreams, huh? It starts with me and my mom at her friend's house. My mom and her friend go into the other room, and I start to look around. On the kitchen table, I see a fish on a cutting board by a fish tank. It starts talking to me, telling me I shouldn't touch it.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. I'm ticklish.
I just need water.
I know I'm not supposed to touch anything, but I do anyway. As soon as I touch the fish, Mom's friend comes out of nowhere and turns into a brown goblin monster.
Oh.
And another randomly appears, and I turn to run. Okay. So now we got goblin monsters and talking fish.
Randos. Okay.
Yeah. Finally, I run out the sliding glass door, and suddenly, for whatever reason, I'm in the mystery machine with the Scooby-Doo gang, driving off a cliff into a swirling green vortex. And then I woke up.
Well, that is very specific.
That is all over the place, Jenny, and that's a dream for you. It starts somewhere and it ends somewhere completely unrelated and different. What did you eat before you went to bed?
Wasn't an edible.
Was it? Because it sounds like a fun little journey you went on.
Here's a story. When I was 10, 11, my neighborhood best friend, Brittany, went on vacation. Yes. Brittany Pickle. The best last name ever. I love her. Hello, Brits. Hello. So she went on this family vacation, and she had like a goldfish, and she needed a babysitter. And I'm like, of course, I will babysit your goldfish for you.
Mindy.
Sorry.
Am I going to like this story?
No. So the goldfish and its little, think of like a standard fish tank bowl. Like a bowl. It had like the little colored gravel. It had a couple fake plants. Goldfish. Sat in our kitchen. And a couple days. Great. Goldie was fine. Goldie was living her best life. When all of a sudden, I come home from school and Goldie's gone.
Oh, no. Oh, no,
Gone.
Mindy.
And so I say to my mom, Mom, what happened to Goldie? And she goes,
oh, no, Mindy. I don't like it.
She jumped out and fell between the counter and the stove in the gap.
What?
What? I don't think that actually happens.
What in a million shot if that actually happened?
When I was 10, I bought it. I was like, oh, Goldie wanted to do like water acrobatics and jumped out of the water, happened to very poorly land in a spot.
Goldie didn't stick the landing.
Did not. But now, like, looking back as an adult, I'm like, why did my mom come up with such an elaborate story? Like, she probably just scooped the dead fish out and, like, chucked it in the toilet.
Yeah, why did it have to jump out and why did it have to land between the stove and the counter?
No.
Such a weird descriptive story.
I don't understand my mom and her stories sometimes.
Well, rest in peace, Goldie.
Rest in peace, Goldie. And I told my best friend, of course, at the time, like,
Oh, how did you
I'm sorry,
even...
but Goldie did not stick the landing. Like, sorry.
Is that
like,
exactly how you put it?
No, because I didn't think of that until you said it. But Goldie went out in style.
I mean, she was doing her thing. Flipping.
And flopping.
Flopping.
Or not. Just,
in between the counter and the stove.
You know where that gap is. You know how it
I
works.
know that gap. It
Yeah,
gets full of
yeah.
all kinds of crap. I think you'd see a fish.
I think you would.
The gap's
And
not
if that
big.
happened, wouldn't you just like pull out the
Fish?
stove and save? It's the story. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up, Mom.
The story doesn't add up.
Lynn, what's happening?
Come on, let's rethink this one.
That's traumatic. I felt like I let my friend down. Okay. Well,
I'm not asking you to pet sit, that's for sure.
you know, I would take care of those damn beautiful kittens,
know you
cat,
would.
felines of yours
I know you would love
with
them.
all my heart and soul.
I know you would. As long as I don't have any fish, I'll let you babysit.
Yes. Okay. All right.
What do you got?
Speaking of felines, I've got this dream from Izzy from Madison, Wisconsin.
Okay. Love the name.
I love the name Izzy.
Izzy. So cute.
I literally just had this dream. I had 2 kittens. One was black and one was white. The black kitten had 8 eyes.
Ooh.
And the white kitten had 5. I think. It's kind of hard to remember.
Still
Either
multiple
way.
eyes. More eyes than a cat should have.
They need 2.
Yeah. Just 2.
She goes, pretty weird, but people really wanted these kittens. I sold one of them to Taylor Swift for $4 million.
Wow. Oh, Izzy,
then I woke
think.
up.
Damn it. Damn it, because she loves her cats. I know that much. You could have probably gotten a little more than $4 million, I bet, from that lady.
She's got enough.
She's got some pocket change.
She loves her cats.
She loves her cats and she has some pocket change. You could have sold her the set. That's
You want
13
8
eyes.
and
That's
8
13 eyes for the price of 20.
4 million minus 13 or divided by 13. That's
and plus
a
50,
lot of math.
$75 million. Deal of a lifetime.
Did you just do that in your head?
Yeah.
Incredible. Moving along.
Moving along. I got another kind of short but sweet one also about some famous musicians.
Oh.
It was, maybe I should tell you who it's from. Joe
Please.
from Nantucket. Reminds me of Wings. Remember Wings, the TV show? Joe.
We've talked about Wings on this podcast.
I know,
and
but
I
it
love
took place in Nantucket, and his name was Joe Hackett. Okay.
Joe Hackett.
It was basically Indiana Jones-esque dream
Oh, yes.
with traps and everything. But also one thing you should know is that it starred the Rolling Stones, all 4 of them. I'm like, okay. Yeah,
I like it.
I'm into
Bring
this.
it on.
Basically, this was like an extended badass music video. Yeah. And then I woke up. Oh, man, it was going to be good. You know it was going to be good.
Oh, just set that
Could you see
alarm.
the
Just
Rolling?
snooze it.
Snooze it and try to go back into that shiz. I mean, come on. The Rolling Stones in like an Indiana Jones adventure?
I don't care if it's a dream or not. Like, if you have a celebrity in your dream, it's almost like the real thing.
It is. It's like
subconscious.
it's
I love it.
almost like a little private video for you. And could you imagine? Could you even imagine? I mean, that must have been a wild ride. I mean, they have such different personalities.
I would love to see them. I have not. I know my family is like huge Stone fans. Like my sister, my brother-in-law, my niece, my other sister. Like they go to concerts all the time. But like,
Yeah. Oh God, I saw them at Soldier Field,
did you?
and it was amazing. Only it was in October, so
It's cold.
anyone that knows the Midwest, it could
Rain?
be freezing, it could be snowing, it could be lovely. Well, it was freezing.
Yeah.
And poor Mick Jagger, he's up there and he's dancing and he goes,
thin skin. He's so tiny.
he's so tiny, but he's moving around. And he's like, I can't feel my feet. And we are all laughing. I'm like, oh, it's so cute. I can't feel my feet.
Mick. Oh.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Hashtag.
What does Mick Jagger dream?
Oh, sweet little.
Maybe he dreams little socks to keep his little tootsies warm and toasty when he's performing. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Mick. Let's hear it.
We want to know.
We gotta know.
Friends. And don't forget, bestie, hashtag this on social media because that's the way it's going to get in front of these people.
Do you want to hear from Mick Jagger or not?
I do.
We just need a little help. So we're going to do our part. You do your part.
You got to do yours.
Thanks, Joe.
I've got a dream from Marcos, and he is from Bristol, England.
Ooh. Just like the Rolling Stones are from England. Wow.
Point.
Okay.
Nice tie-in. I am an 18-year-old male, and I just had this dream. My mom and I were driving away from a tsunami that was slowly chasing us on the horizon. We were trying to drive quickly to escape it. The sky was slowly turning black with wind and lightning as we were approaching the house. This is where we were supposed to take shelter. It was a relative's home. As soon as we pulled in and began to unpack our belongings from the car with all the food and supplies that we had brought,
Mindy, sorry. This sounds a little bit like your tornado situation a few weeks ago.
I'm trying
to just
unpack the groceries.
Barely get in the garage.
I think tsunami, you don't have that much time, but
no, not that much time.
High ground.
Up.
Then me and my mom began to have a small argument. My mom kept insisting we bring in all the supplies into the house.
Oh, Mom, we don't have time for this.
As the tsunami was approaching the horizon and now at a quicker pace. We must have spent around 5 additional minutes outside the house unpacking.
Oh, that's 5 minutes you don't have to spare.
My mom kept insisting we brought the bananas. She then starts slowly removing 6 bundles of bananas from the car.
Slowly, of course.
And had me place them in the bag with perfection.
Oh my God. I'd be
each time. Mom, there is a tsunami. We do not need bananas.
You know what I'd like more than bananas? Life. I'd like us to live and have air.
Canned food. Beans.
Yeah, good. Beans.
Bring out the beans.
Bring out the beans and the can opener. That's all you need. Each
time I would drop a banana, she would scream and criticize me.
Oh,
this process took like a whole 2 minutes. Somehow we managed to get into the house before we died. When we entered the home, we were promptly greeted by our family and strangers, and my mom walked into the bathroom, and then I woke up. Mom's like, I'm so pissed you treated those bananas. I'm out of here. I gotta take a moment.
I'm taking 10 minutes.
Seriously, Mom.
And then all of a sudden you hear the bath turn on. She's like, nope, I need longer. I'm taking a bath. Don't interrupt me.
The salts. But Mom, it's just bananas. There's a tsunami. We don't need bananas.
Wow.
Not necessary.
Wow.
Well, thanks, Marcos. All the way from England.
Yay, across the pond. We love it. This is Carter, and I don't know where he's from. He did not put, but...
Okay.
Everyone has purely electronic bikes, and I was trying to get my parents to buy me one. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I like it.
They are reluctant. Parents are reluctant to buy their kids some kind of motorized vehicle? Nah. Shocking, right? They're reluctant, but finally buy me one. So I'm riding around with some of my guy friends, and I run into a large fake rock in the ground, go flying, and get seriously hurt. Isn't that how it always is? You get something, you're supposed to be careful on it, and...
Did you have your helmet on? Did you?
I don't think so, because...
Elbow pads?
Doesn't sound like it.
Okay.
Carter says, this wasn't a broken bone or concussion. This was having my brain exposed. my bone on my right arm poking out, and my left foot just barely hanging on.
That is a very serious
This is a very bad fall.
accident. Very
Along with heavy gashes all over my body. So I go home and act like nothing happened so I wouldn't get in trouble. And then I woke up.
How fast were you going? Were you going like 100 miles an hour?
And I love how it was a fake rock in the ground. You know, like probably like one of those decorative rocks, you know, not
Like that plays the music at the outdoor mall.
yeah, that hides the speaker. Damn, hit that fucking fake rock and brain exposed, bones poking out.
That's hard to
Nice.
hide. That brain exposed is very hard to hide.
So I'm guessing no helmet, no elbow pads, no knee pads. Just guessing.
Just straight up winging
Going
it.
for it. Just
Yeah.
going for
Okay,
it, Carter.
okay.
All right.
Well, I'm going to take a very dark turn now with Melissa's dream.
Scary.
And Melissa's from Lenore, North Carolina.
Okay.
The past couple nights, I haven't been sleeping well for a couple of different reasons. But one of those reasons is because of a terrifying nightmare I'm having.
Oh, no.
When I am finally able to wake up from it, I wake up having a full-blown panic attack, and I'm in tears. I am crying my eyes out of tears. I'm kind of nervous about sharing my dream because how much it bothers me, but here it goes. Well, thanks, Melissa.
Yeah.
It's a safe space. You can write anything you want to us.
Absolutely.
First, I'd like to say that in my dream, I know I am dreaming. So dream
Okay.
aware.
Yep.
The whole time in the dream / nightmare, I know that I am dreaming and I am trying to wake myself up.
Oof.
Every time I've had this dream in the last couple nights, it's the exact same dream.
Oh, I don't like when there's no progress. Or changes.
It starts off where I'm in this empty room, except it has one table in the far left-hand corner of the room.
Okay.
The walls, the floor, and the ceiling are all gray, light gray. There are no windows at all, and I can feel something bad is coming. That feeling you get when you're being watched, and that's what I felt like.
Such a creepy, icky feeling.
Yeah, too sanitary to want to enjoy things and
No. I don't like the idea of being watched or that feeling of being
sterile
watched.
room.
Something, you're right. Something good's not going to happen there.
The hairs on the back of my neck stand up. I look to the right, and when I turn back looking in front of me, there is a man standing there.
No.
He's got pale white skin. He's dressed in all black, and I hate to say it, but he's very attractive.
Okay.
I feel extremely drawn to him.
Well, that's kind of like Dracula, isn't it?
I don't
A
like it.
pale, tall, handsome, mysterious man dressed in black. And didn't Dracula get you with his love and his ooh?
Okay, well, the only facial features I can make out are his eyes, which are jet black. There are no white in his eyes, only black. At first, he has a flirty smirk, which then turns into a sinister smirk.
That fine line. There's a fine line with smirks when it turns super creepy.
And then he starts smiling, this extremely evil smile, showing his pointed, razor-sharp teeth that are stained with blood. You called it. You called it.
This is crazy.
He holds his hands out and motions for me to come to him. But I start backing up, and it is then like a picture is being put in my head of me. In my head, I see me with this evil, evil smile, and even my eyes look just as evil.
Oh my God.
I know I must sleep the whole time because I keep telling myself it's a nightmare and to wake up. I turn and start running down this hallway that wasn't there before. And I start running and I am praying, please God, wake me up. Please God, wake me up. And just as soon as I say, please God, help me, I wake up. And I'm having a complete panic attack and I'm crying hysterically.
Oh.
This nightmare is truly terrifying me, and when I close my eyes, I can still see the picture of myself, and I looked so evil.
Ooh, that one made me nervous.
Or a recurring one, that's not great.
Fun.
A couple nights in a row, that's not great, Melissa.
No.
Just kind of like the existential look at yourself. This is me looking evil. Ooh, I don't like it.
I don't want it. I don't want to look evil.
No one wants to see themselves as like a dead evil face.
No, like when
Blank
it's pure
eyes.
evil, you don't want to feel that about yourself because that's like almost total loss of total control.
Self? Ugh.
Ooh, okay. This one's a little silly one. Bring us back up a little bit.
Yeah, let's get away from the vampires, please. Thank you.
This is Bethany, and she's from Vermont.
Okay.
I was coming home from school, and the path was covered by freshly cut grass. Don't you love the smell of freshly cut grass?
That's why spring is my favorite season.
It is spring.
Because living in the Midwest, the first smell of cut grass is like the best smell.
It's the sign of spring.
And that's my favorite season.
It is.
What's your favorite season, darling?
Mine is probably also spring, but close second would be fall. I don't like the extreme hot or cold. I don't like the snow or the humidity, so I like those.
So
spring,
rank them
fall.
out of 4. Spring, fall.
Well, summer's last.
Oh, okay.
So summer would be 4, winter. No, oh God, I hate winter too. Why am I living here?
Why? But you have to answer it. Give me your top 4 right now. 1, 2, 3.
Fall, spring, winter, summer, winter. I don't know. What are yours? What shit? I hate snow, but
You hate being hot.
But you can do water stuff in the summer, which is what I like to do.
I think you answered your own question.
Okay, fall, spring, summer, winter.
Okay. I gotta go. Spring, summer, fall, winter.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Virgo. I'm going to go in order. I'm a Virgo. Got to keep it all in line. No, seriously, spring's the best because you got like that fresh cut grass. And then you've got summer, you got water, warmth. Fall, it's fine. It's like the opposite of spring, of course. And then winter, I hate the most.
See, I like fall because I like also, for the same reason, the smell of fall. Fall has a very distinct smell in the Midwest. Like maybe you're smelling someone having like a campfire or
burning leaves
or their first fire in their fireplace. And there's that first chill in the air. It does create a scent. And I don't know, it makes me think of getting ready for the holidays. It's coming up So I don't know. We all have different reasons for why we like different things. So
Bestie, we're going to post in our Facebook group this question. So if you want to chime in, search us on Facebook group, REMelations Besties, and you'll find us. Answer the question. I'm very curious.
I'm curious too. And it's totally dependent on where you live.
True.
Totally dependent on where you live.
Like if I'm in Arizona, I'm gonna hate summer.
Yeah. Their summer is like our winter. I'm like, what? They're like, what do you do in winter? We're like, stay
Can't even go
inside.
out.
And they're like,
Yeah.
what do you do in summer? Stay inside. It's like for
Same
totally different reasons, but that's the season you stay inside and do nothing.
Yep. Sorry for that sidebar.
The grass. It was the grass, of course.
Yes.
Everyone was shouting, look out for the grass. Obviously, I thought it was a joke as there was grass everywhere.
Of course.
So I walk onto the field that's right outside of my school. I start sinking and I wish that I had just stayed on the path. But for some reason, I could fly. So
that's
I
fun.
did. And then just flew around my town. And then I woke up.
Oh,
Okay.
fun.
Yeah,
Like
just
it.
a fun.
I love that for you.
I love that for you, Bethany. That's just very nice. Very nice. Very
Sounds
simple and
lovely.
sweet.
Very simple and sweet. All right. This next one comes from Abigail from Burnham Woods, Wisconsin.
Okay.
So last night I had a vivid, realistic dream. I stepped on a sewing needle and
Ouch.
had a splinter.
Both? At the same time?
I guess both. Boo and boo.
Yeah.
But I couldn't feel the needle. It was starting to hurt, so I found the mark where it went in and opened it up with a needle. Do you ever have to like get a splinter out?
And you like use a needle to push it out? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not a great feeling to talk about.
No.
Or great. Okay.
But
well,
why? Do you notice dads? Like, I feel like dads are good at getting splinters out.
Yes.
Like dads.
Maybe they have some like secret thing.
I don't know.
Where
Maybe there's something they have in their genes where they are like, we can get a splinter out. Here you go. And it happened every time. And he could use like his nail or something, you know, like it always just popped right out.
Do you ever have like, you know, those weird family remedies? Like if we had a bee sting, like there's certain things you have to do. If you have a black eye, there's certain things you have to do. You have to put like a cold steak on it.
Steak on your eye? Yeah.
Yes.
I only saw that in movies. Was this real in your family?
Yes. Yeah. Like my grandma had these weird things that she would do. Like steak on your eye or steak wherever your bruise was.
Yeah.
I don't understand the science behind that. And that bothers me.
I guess I never looked it up. I just, you know, like saw it, you know, on TV or movies and like, oh, you must put a steak on your eye. But I never looked into why.
And then there was always like, if you had a bee sting, like to put some sort of paste on it. I don't know if it's like baking soda.
Oh, to stop the itching?
To bring out the stinger.
Oh, to bring out the stinger.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Or maybe there's a steak. Maybe I'm getting mixed up. I don't know.
Maybe it's a steak for everything.
Maybe put paste on the steak and put it on your stung bead eye.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's probably it. Well, either way, Abigail was trying to get out her splinter / sewing needle with a needle.
Wait, with a whole separate needle. She's trying to get a needle and a splinter out with another needle.
Yeah, I think that's what we're at here.
Okay, that's where we are.
And then she goes, and then this is where things get weird.
Uh-oh.
I squeezed it, trying to pop it out. But instead of the needle, something green appears.
Oh, I don't like it.
Buy the t-shirt.
Buy the t-shirt.
Something green appears. It oddly doesn't hurt. And I grabbed it and pulled it, revealing a cucumber.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Thank God. I think that's pretty awful, too.
No, I thought it was going to be alive and something that was eating her flesh from the inside.
Cucumber?
And like a wormy thing. Cucumbers are delicious.
I don't want to eat a foot cucumber. Let me just put that on the record.
Yeah, let me put that on the record, too. Cucumbers, one of my favorites. Don't want a foot cucumber.
No, not coming. No, gross.
I don't want them coming out of a foot.
So, cucumber comes out of the foot. I have no idea how it would get in there or fit, but it did.
It's not just a super skinny cucumber. It's like a full size.
And a seasoned cucumber.
It must have gone up her ankle and into her calf a little bit to fit.
But it didn't hurt at all. I took a picture so that people would believe me, and then I removed it. Last thing I remember was posting the pic on social media, and then I woke up.
I love it, but I'm still concerned about the sewing needle and the splinter that have to still be in there.
Like, Abigail's like, look what I got from my garden today. A foot cucumber.
I'd be feeding it to people and be like, how do you like this cucumber? And then after they eat it, be like, that came out of my foot.
It came out of my foot.
Want to see the picture? And then freak them totally out.
I don't like it.
Indeed, Arini. Amy, thank you so much for your dream and really opening us up to some deep thinking that we're going to be doing all night. Thank you very much. And also, we had some great catnaps today. A lot of fun. So thank you for submitting your dreams. Keep them coming.
Yes. And I don't want any foot cucumbers, by the way.
I don't either.
Done
with that. But I do have a very interesting topic, Mindy.
Okay.
It's one you might be familiar with. It's my little game I like to play with you. Insane, guilty, or not guilty when we're talking about sleepwalking murder cases.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go. Are you ready?
I reckon I am.
You reckon. Brian Thomas woke up to discover he had killed his wife of over 40 years when they were on holiday in July of 2008. He claims he was having a dream in which an intruder broke into the couple's camper and Thomas attacked him. But upon waking up, he realized he had in fact strangled his wife.
Oh.
Thomas was visibly distraught, and family members, including the couple's daughter, testified that Thomas had long-standing issues with sleepwalking, and during episodes, he would act rather strangely.
Okay.
It was also reported that Thomas normally took medication for depression, but had stopped just before his vacation because it caused impotence. Side effects for ceasing this medication.
Side effects.
Side effects, always side effects. For ceasing this medication include vivid, realistic nightmares.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
The court ultimately decided... What do you think, Mindy?
Damn it.
I know.
40 years is a long time to be married.
It's a long time.
And I think... I hate this game, by the way.
Okay.
Because I feel like I don't know enough to say that there wasn't any domestic abuse in a relationship.
Sure.
Just because it's 40 years doesn't mean there wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
But 40 years is a long time. The fact that family had said that he had a long-standing issue with sleep disorders is interesting. Where is this from? Can I ask?
The UK.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You would be such a good, jury member. You're really, going through it. You should be the head. What is it
I
called?
would love
the jury.
to be.
What?
The head juror?
Is that what it is? Is it that easy?
No, it's called foreman.
Foreman. Why am I having such a brain fart today? Wow. Well, let me tell you, Mindy.
Oh, wait, I'm not ready. I haven't given my decision yet.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm still working through it.
Okay,
you're right.
Work through it.
I would love to be on the case. I would.
I think you would do a great job.
Because I'm Switzerland.
Yeah,
I want to know all the facts.
You would be the most fair.
I would be the most fair.
Yeah.
The fact that his family testified that he has his issues. I would like to know more about the scene. Do we know anything more about the scene?
I don't have any further details.
Well, with the evidence that has been presented before me, I'm going to go with insane.
The court ultimately decided to drop all charges, given the evidence supporting Thomas's automatism at the time.
That wasn't an option, Brooke.
No, it's not guilty.
You didn't say guilty, innocent, insane, or drop charges.
No, I'm sorry. It means not guilty. It means not guilty.
Okay.
Not guilty. Sorry. Sorry.
I'm just very specific here with my...
Okay. Good job, Mindy. You didn't get it, but you really thought about it.
I wish I had more, and these are ones we're going to have to do deep
dives.
These are ones we have to do a deep dive on because I want to know more.
I know. I only
Bestie,
have
if you want to
bits.
know more, let us know because,
Yeah, because we could definitely dive into some of these cases a lot more. But yeah, wild stuff.
But honestly, if you play the long game of sleep issues.
So maybe if I start, obviously that's been my game. I've been telling you of sleep issues
that's
for
true,
life.
and it's on the podcast.
And it's on the podcast, so I'm playing the long game. I don't know what what my end goal is, but I'm going to blame it on sleep.
Chad, for anyone, we'll know. It's the long game.
It's been proven. She talked about it all the time for years.
Don't like it.
Oh,
Okay.
boy,
Well,
howdy.
thank you for sharing.
Yes. You know, those pop up from time to time. I always like to make Mindy think and
And I will.
squirm in her seat
and now
a
I'm
little
going to
bit.
have to like go deep dive on these things.
I know.
I appreciate
I'm sorry.
it. And I love you.
Love
but I
you.
don't. Moving along. How was your week?
So this week has been good, but I actually wanted to tell you something. I forgot to tell you this about my trip to Arizona, but here it is.
Okay.
This is only
This
something.
was you were in Arizona. You're traveling for your cousin's wedding. Is that
cousin's wedding,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
And so the wedding was on Saturday, and it was beautiful, just stunning. But the night before, a big group of us went to Roger Clyne and the Peacemakers. It's a very popular band, especially in the Southwest, kind of like a rockabilly bluegrass band.
Oh, fun! I would love this.
So
I'm in.
Fun atmosphere. It was like this dive bar, right? And we're
Love
like,
it.
well, where is this band gonna play? Because they have a lot of fans. So my brother and I got there. We didn't know who was gonna be there, people from the wedding and stuff.
It was like an open invitation from the couple, like the bride.
Well, no, you had to. The bride bought us our tickets, which was so nice. Like this show
nice.
they were there for 3 nights. This band sold out all weekend.
Oh, wow. Big deal.
Big deal. They actually kind of picked this for their wedding weekend because this is often when this band performs. It is, kind of a big deal. So we're all kind of trying to run into each other, meet, whatever. Brett and I, my brother and I get there. We walk out the back doors and it opens up. There's just this huge outside area. So it was just beautiful because we're like, where is there going to be a band in this tiny little hole in the wall, right?
Yes.
So we're out walking and it's beautiful up there, just trying to find people. We end up.
Where in Arizona were you?
This was called Pine Top. So it's further north. So it's still warm during the day, but at night it was so gorgeous.
Yeah.
Breeze.
Like
it was lovely.
yeah.
It was just perfect. So we're having fun. The band starts. We're all kind of dancing, catching up. My brother, he decides he wants to sit down for a minute because he was getting a little dizzy because he has diabetes. So I'm like, I'll sit with you for a minute. Mm-hmm. And that was the decision that started the whole thing. So I'll post a picture on our Facebook group for this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So here's me deciding, should I go to the bathroom inside or the porta potty outside? Because I was very close to the porta potties.
I'll take the inside every day.
I almost did, but they had regular porta potties, and then they had one of those nice that looks like a
camper,
like a camper,
type?
like a trailer, where you take 2 steps. So I'm like, you know what? I'll go to that one because it would be a whole production to get through the crowd and everything. Sure. So, but I'm standing there alone in line, and it's a huge line, and I'm I'm just kind of chatting it up. I see an interesting looking guy. He's wearing all like cowboy attire, which, I mean, it's Arizona, but I'm still thinking this guy's dedicated because he's also just smoking a pipe and he's a young guy. So, of course, I start asking him, I'm like, hey, man, I like your outfit. What's going on here? Just
what's the story?
Chit-chatting. And he's like, well, you see those 2 doors? And he points to like this back dark corner of this bar. And I'm like, he's like, it's invite only, but you can come in.
No.
And I'm like,
Brooke, Jennifer, Aldhouse, you better have not followed this guy into a dark alley trailer. No. I will kill you.
No. So I'm like, what is it? And he's like, well, you have to see, like being very like, very, you're like, I would never have done this. Yeah. But that, I guess, is the point. So that's why I'm not saying like specific names or anything. But so I'm like, okay. I said, let me think about it. And I immediately went to Brett, my brother, because I'm like,
good. You did a check-in, and that's fine.
Yes.
That's good.
But
tell someone your plan.
And I was also not going to go without him.
Excellent choice.
But
high five for not getting murdered.
Thank you. So I go up to Brett and I go, hey, this guy just invited me to this private back room by invite only. The look on Brett's face, if I could show you, it just, like your face just said everything. It was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, just total disbelief.
What the fuck?
I had to explain to him like 3 times, and each time he's like not budging.
Guy, cowboy suit, invited me to a back room. Want to go? It's dark. It's like a trailer, but it's okay. We're gonna go anyways.
Yes,
that's the look. Okay,
that's the look. And he's like shaking his head the whole time. I'm like, why? Let's just see. Like, I felt safe with him.
I'm glad you had a partner. Absolutely.
Right. But the whole time he's still shaking his head, and I have no idea what we're walking into either. So I kind of opened these like saloon doors, and then we're in what I can only describe as like, so like there's architecture like adobe homes in the Southwest, kind of like mud bricks and stuff.
Yeah.
So it feels like that from like the 1800s, like just a small adobe room with some knickknacks. And I'm like, nobody's in there. It's tiny.
Party.
It's like this. So then we walk up like 2 steps, and then we're in this bar.
Okay.
But this bar is still, it's like almost like a speakeasy from the 1800s, because it's set back behind this other room that's behind this other thing.
There's more people here, not so creepy.
There was only about 7 people total. It was tiny.
Okay.
And then the guy was like, were you invited? And I was like, I was. This is my brother. And then the guy, whose name, by the way, was Rattlesnake, who invited me.
Oh,
was
of course it was.
He's like, yep, she's invited. And so Brett and I sit down.
Well, can you just answer yes, even if like you weren't? Were you
I think he had to prove.
Yes. Was Rattlesnake the guy that you met in the bathroom line?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so he works there.
Awesome.
So that's why he's all in the
Gotcha.
get-up.
Rattlesnake.
Because it's all set in this 1800s-esque bar. It's not modern
I'm
at all.
loving this story.
It's so bizarre. So like I said, there's like 7 people, including the 2 bartenders, Rattlesnake and Waylon.
We don't need 2 bartenders for 7 people.
No, but it was like
really getting jazzed.
It was like the most amazing, like fresh juices and stuff for drinks. And there was only a list of certain things you could get, and you had to get that. There was like no other options. And there was a drink called the Linda Ronstadt. And so Brett and I are both like, 2 of those,
Sounds
please.
Yeah.
We didn't even have to look at anything else. And we just were sitting there like, what is happening? And Brett's like, how does this stuff happen to you? I'm like, I don't know. I just don't
You have that face, Brooke. You have this face that just invites curiosity and strange things. And that's why I'm
like I was going to say, it could have gone either way, but it was a roll of the dice. We were on vacation.
Vacation, I agree. You have to go with do it all, right?
Yeah.
But you took the precautionary step of bringing your brother with you, so you were not just like following a rando named Rattlesnake into a quote bar in the back.
Yeah, it's like an old school speakeasy from the 1800s behind a room from the 1800s, behind saloon doors from a modern day dive bar. I mean, it's like it was
and
wild.
How was the drink?
Best drink I ever had. Not gonna lie, not just because of the experience, but because it was a spicy.
What was it? Like, was
mango
it
margarita? And I don't like spicy, but
tequila.
Had to have that Linda
time.
Ronstadt. My God. And we just sat back there, and I felt bad, but it was like, we have to experience this. Like the concert's going on outside, and we're in this like back room going, we had just gotten there, like from Iowa, and we're like, what's happening? Like our trip is happening already. Like,
love it.
It was wild, and it was a lot of fun. So I have a picture of me hugging Rattlesnake, thanking him.
Please.
And I'll definitely post that for you.
We're going to post it on the Facebook group.
Yep.
Well, that is a great, that is a great story. And I wouldn't expect anything less from you because
I try.
happenstance seems to follow you for some reason.
Yeah. My brother too. So I think, when
you and your brother combined sibling forces, it's like a weird tornado vortex of
strangeness
life.
Will happen.
Yes. It's interesting. Love it.
Yeah, it was wild. It was a really fun time. So
thank you. That's an awesome story.
Yeah. How was your week?
And I've been talking about my week because yours was so good.
Okay. Well,
I was like, that's an incredible story. And my life this week pales in comparison. So thank you for sharing. And
wow. Yeah, well, you know, it's you and me, Mindy. I can't top a tornado. You can't top a secret bar.
I think a secret bar with a man named Rattlesnake ranks up there.
It's up there.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
It wasn't a life or death situation, though, but
it was a life
experience.
So, there you go.
Yes.
All right, Bessie, that is wrapping up another episode, but we want you to do us one favor, and that's to tell your friend about the show. You can tell that crazy guy named Rattlesnake that lured you into a backroom speakeasy. Shout out to Rattlesnake. You can also tell your bestie Taylor Swift, who bought 13 eyes of cats from you. Or you can tell your mom, who just can't let the bananas go during a tsunami. Tell them about the podcast. Just, Mom, it's not the time.
Nope.
But it is time to listen to REMelations.
Yep.
That's what we got to tell her. Bananas stay, put on your podcast.
Exactly.
Bestie, that's how we grow. Just tell one friend about the show. We would love you and appreciate that gesture from you forever and ever.
And ever.
And ever. Synced. Nice.
As always, it's been so much fun. It's been so much fun hanging out with you.
Of course, love. And thank you to all of our besties. And until next week, sweet
dreams, bitches.
Did you like my little hand signaling? Like, yeah, rock out. Rattlesnake says rock out.